Oh, wow. Trove with a new little jingle. Thank you, Trove. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth and financial advice. Late night stream, guys. No live stream today. Working my tail off, yet still trying to pay attention to emerging markets, right? And why? Why are markets going up and down? I actually was getting off of work and I had all these messages in my phone because I don't look at the messages until the clock hits. And I had all these messages in my phone, and they were all like, "Rance, you were right. Oh, did it again," and all lining up and to give me the high fives. I'm like, "What I get right? What I get right? What I say? What I say?" And of course, it was because gold was down to a little over 4,000 an ounce, dropping down from 4,275, 4,300 almost. And I, guys, predicting tops and telling you what the downturn might be. You look at GameStop right now; it's 2280, 2286, and afterwards, I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself because I was already ready to load up $1,500 because you guys know my position: 1,734 shares and over $42,000 into the stock. And I said, well, just because I'm a YOLO type of guy, it's right here. This is the position at 24.28 a share, and I'm down 6%. And I'm okay with being down. I'm a forever investor. I'm a decade investor, but to have 42,000 cash in there means a lot. It means you believe in your investment and you're going at it. So to throw in another 15, that wouldn't hurt me. Hurt my mind. It'll hurt my pocket for the month, for the week, and I'm trying to play it tight, or I'm trying to go slow, and then I tuck myself out of it. I go, I have enough. I just, what's 50 more bucks? I'll buy one share for today, one share for tomorrow. That's $50. I'm okay with that. So I just got to find what I'm comfortable with, right? It's not that I have a risk tolerance. That's been numb and void for a long time, for 4.5 years at least, right? So my anniversary of buying GameStop was February 9th, I believe, of 2021. So 5 years in February. And we're really close. We're approaching, November. So I'm forever thankful to be a part of this crew. I think this crew taught me how to like really conserve my time and my money because I wouldn't be invested the way I am in this security here with the amount of conviction I have if I didn't have the education on it. But it's just like when you run a company. I think people forget, like, when you get really excited about running something and then you go, how can I save money here? What can I do? And your first meeting might be a roundtable meeting. And you're a brand new person. You just walk in and then all you see is reams of paper. You see a stack of paper like this. Just everybody has a stack. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And they're like, well, these are the notes for the meeting. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, they'll print it out. They'll do it in color. They'll use a stapler, just to throw the icing on the cake. And my body hurts because I'm thinking, these are dollars. This is no, right? And put it on the screen. Coach us with the screen, not with the paper. And I say this because when you're running your own business or you're a CEO or a chairman of the board, whatever you are in business, I don't care at what level, whether it's your own company or someone else's, you will you'll have you'll have to know the difference between goals and an actual, how can I put it? Just what you want to do versus what you say you're gonna do versus how you're gonna do it, right? Like I forget what I'm thinking right now. Just it's in my head, but there's like, oh, there we go. Goals and plans. Hello, just GPs. So there's a goal and there's a plan. And if your plan is to meet your goals, then that's great, right? But like, I think about it. If you say, man, I need $1,000 or I need $3,000 a day because I want to hit $1 million in sales, whatever it may be. There's 7 days out of the week. Well, can I work all seven? Because I plan to. Is the goal still going to get there? You have to have that plan. You got to work that plan to get to that goal. And these are the things that I think Ryan is doing. I think Ryan's, and that's chairman of the board, CEO of GameStop, Ryan Cohen. I think he's coming up with these ideas and saying, okay, well, here's my goal, but now let's go work the plan. And the plan just might be to be a better operator. I think everyone can give themselves a round of applause. I think everybody can pat themselves on the back if they're a district manager or a store manager. You're willing to do the dirty work, the hard work, and or if you're the janitor, right? That's Ryan. But I think the deciding factor for a lot of people, and when it comes to investing and or looking at these people in these power positions, okay, GameStop is going to become profitable. Okay, that might be a goal. Show me the plan. How do we get there? Well, we got to cut. We've got to build the product. We got to make sure we have different things. So those were all the things that I was taking away yesterday when I was listening to Ryan speak again. I listened to the interview like 4 more times. And I listened to it over and over and over because I think the biggest takeaway from the Ryan Cohen interview was that he was so open about being wrong. He said, yep, I walked in, I thought I was the shit, I thought I knew everything, and I knew nothing. I got it wrong, it cost us money, and I learned the hard way. You know what? But that's great. That's what I told you guys, years ago, that if you're going to make a mistake, make it. Learn from it. Don't make it again. And he's rich enough and he has enough time to do what he's doing. Yeah, there's a part of me that wishes I could help Ryan. And I know some people don't know the concepts of business and or the mindset it takes, but you'll get people come up to you and be like, you're just a janitor, right? And they really don't know what it means to be in the driver's seat. And I think that's why I look at Ryan and I say, wow, he could be a master motivator. You could be. Because if you're a visionary, that's why you need to have like these personality tests. I took one today. I was like, this is awesome. It told me that I'm the man. It really did. And then I started like focusing on the characteristics and the traits that it was highlighting. It said, you're an extreme motivator. You're a leader of people. It said all these things of me. And I was like, man, it read me so well. And then my HR director goes, well, it's pretty accurate. And I was like, wow, thank you. These are just like things I'm going through personally. And I'm brainstorming tonight with you. I use this channel as a crutch. You guys know that. It's allowed me to develop into the man I am, the leader I am, and or the son I need to be, and the father I need to be, and the brother I need to be, and the husband I need to be. When I saw my dad today, I know you guys are like, man, Marantz, you didn't go live. Okay, let's touch on it personally. I went to work. Work was great. I enjoy it. Got out. Drove home. Cut the grass. I cut the whole backyard. Swept the whole patio. Cleaned up the patio furniture. Did everything. Played with the dogs. Loaded up everything. Went over to my dad's house. Said hi to my dad and my mom. Had a conversation with them for a good 20 minutes. We were talking about work. We were talking about life. I said, all right, man, I'm out. My dad cut his hair, so he looks good again. He's got a shaved head. He looks good. Not shaved, but he gets a nice fade, and he went for it. He cut his long hair. He had long hair for a long time. And I'm happy that he cut his hair because it's the dad I know. The dude with the hippie hair, that's the guy who doesn't care and wants out. I'm out of this world, so, whatever. But I got back home, washed off, threw the trash, did the dishes, told my wife, I'm going to go to the room, I'm going to work for a little bit. But I wasn't working on the channel, I was actually working, like on my work. I was doing my work. And I said, man, I got to go live because Trove made all these damn songs, all these jingles. You guys don't even know this. The guy Trove is busy as hell. So I had to go get the update. And the updates I'm looking at, There's this crime spree happening in Wall Street and in banking, and we know the fallout that happened with First Brands, and there's other companies now that are being tagged, as in to say that they have manipulated lending practices. And the banks that loan them the money, well, the banks are on the hook right now because these companies are missing millions of dollars. And it's their own doing. Like, I just want to make that very clear. Like, Global Brands, First Brands went out there and their CEO and his brother vanished from the board of directors. They're gone. They're missing. And what happened? I mean, they can't find $4 billion. It's extreme negligence. It's waste, and it should be prosecuted. It's criminal. But the truth is, when Jamie Dimon said the other day, he said when the lights come on, you might see more roaches. Where there's one, there might be more. And now we know of four official companies that have borrowed money without collateral. And they don't have it. They don't have the assets that would get seized. So these companies got to go bankrupt. Or banks have to admit that they don't do the due diligence they're supposed to do. I think the company's going to go bankrupt before the banks ever admit that they're not doing their job. But, banks seem to be pretty motivated to lend out money. And it's something I told you guys years ago. I said, in markets like today, markets where there's a disconnect from reality via a ratio standpoint. Well, I don't care what metric you use. There's extreme disconnect on the market because things are not valued correctly. But with that being said, people keep looking at GameStop being valued correctly and say, well, it is, Marantz. And then I say, well, no, it's not. It's not valued correctly because if your investments out there that are the hedge to the GameStop position, whether it be a swap or a short, if you're using collateral that's not properly valued, if you're using Nvidia, if you're using Google, Amazon, Tesla, and it doesn't matter what you're using, Apple, if you're using all of these companies, Microsoft, and they're super inflated because of what they spend versus what they actually make, wouldn't that be the same thing? Wouldn't that mean they're not getting the proper valuation? Therefore, I can't give GameStop their proper valuation because GameStop's collateral and or their shorts collateral against GameStop are those super inflated companies. So I go with it. I say, okay, well, we've got this thing in business and in life here where people come up with a plan and they come up with goals and plans, right? So my goal for GameStop become profitable. My plan to get us there is to what? Watch your margins, watch all your expenses, don't print paper. Right? Just you gotta know how to get the margins out of it, and that's business. But as we go on, I mean, it's like I got to walk out here, street to street, door to door, and tell people GameStop sells Pokemon cards. They say Power Pack cards. They're now doing this partnership to allow you to grade the cards. It's like in steps, and I will continue to tell people. But I just think that if we're talking about investing and we're not paying attention to that number of 2280 that is completely disconnected from the market, but it's only completely disconnected because you can't give GameStop value. You're not allowed to. It's evident. It's so clear. So these are things that I brainstorm on. Just so I know to a lot of you guys, it's just rambling, but there's a whole reason why I do it. It's because you're gonna have to get familiar. You're gonna have to remember. You're gonna have to retain. You ever go to a meeting? Somebody got a stack full of paper. What the hell are you doing, man? I don't need all that paper printed. I mean, just call it off your tablet, bro. Can't run a business that way. Well, I got another way that you got to run this business. You got to stop using that ink. Ink is one of the most valuable liquids in the world. Little ink. Think about how much you pay for that little bit of ink. You won't use it. You'll find a way not to once you start thinking about it like that. So, a shot of ink probably costs you $60. Well, I don't want to pay it. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't know. I get lost, guys. I get lost. Talking about YOLO position. Got $42,000 in there. I'm very happy about that. Proud about that. Another thing I want to talk about was, well, that's not cool. Was right here. Pokemon graded cards and/or Pokemon. All cards graded on this website called GameStop. They're sitting on 887 items. It has increased a little bit. It was down today, but it increased right now this evening, and they're loading it back up. So the more they sell, the more they trade in, the more they're going to keep loading it back up. I'll be here to see it happen because you know me, I check this every day, and this is something new for me. Somebody it's not new really, but somebody on, who is this, Simulated Markets? This guy's who's a liar, Simulated Lie. Yep. He says, I feel like Ryan Cohen is being all tongue-in-cheek and with the I don't give a F attitude because he knows he's already secured BBBYQ and billions of dollars in NOLs, okay, on NOLs, which added together double the market cap of GME overnight. That's very deep value play. We'll see you soon. We shall see you. We shall see. Bye shorters. Okay. These people. Okay, these people that say these things are delusional. Ryan's already said it. Everyone already told you they're not looking to buy things. They're not going to buy anything but the bottom of the market. And I think people are just going to come to Ryan and ask him for money because they have it. People aren't going to be able to borrow money. I think private markets figured that out already. The funds are getting dry and people want their money back, and those endowments, those pension plans and retirement funds, they're gonna need their money back because they got to do payouts at some point. So it's gonna be fun to watch people hedge against GameStop for the rest of their life. But I really am willing to wait 20 more years on this investment. I mean, think about it. 5 years in, and I'm almost at 10,000 a year. If I keep it the pace I'm doing, I think I could get there. I don't know if I want to get there this year, but I think I could. But it's tough. It's tough because I know what I can do. I know 2280, guys. Just be very clear. That is a rock bottom price. And do I think it can go lower? Well, I don't know. People line up and tell me I'm right about some things. I get excited, but no. Let's go look at it. Okay. So, this is what I want to show you. This is why we have the conversations. This is a death cross on the 4 hour. Our 50 day came below the 200 day. And you see how it crosses? It looks just like a cross, doesn't it? Like a crucifix. And that cross is the death cross. Now, the death cross came through and it walked us all the way. We didn't drop that far. It walked us all the way via this trend line. So we hit the trend line, We'll eventually hit the trend line again tomorrow, hopefully. Wouldn't matter. But when you're retesting this bottom, that means you're going to find some support. That's the difference for GameStop. GameStop's going to find that support and bounce off. I don't know why I'm so fatigued right now just talking to you guys. It's crazy. So that's exactly what's happening right now in the stock, just so that we're clear. That's on the 4 hour. If you look right here on the weekly, we're still within the pennant, and we actually look really healthy. That's a healthy bounce off the bottom, touch the top, recover, and still going up. We're still going up right here because if you notice, we started over here at 21 something, and now we're all the way at 22.80, and we're just walking straight. We're just getting there, and you hope for a breakout for the new year, but maybe that breakout comes on the daily and that December 9th earnings report. So I'll be looking for it. I'm going to figure it out. This is the stock right now. I know people are not as bullish as me, and the truth is, I was bullish last week, but now I'm just effing bullish, so no, there's no text to read right now. I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm very tired, guys. But I tell you, I'll find time to get live this weekend. Maybe Saturday at some point I'll be live. I don't know. Tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow night for sure. But you guys keep grinding, keep getting what you can, and I'll keep doing what I can. And that's buying GameStop, supporting GameStop, one retail investor at a time. That's my plan. I'm working my plan. And until I talk to 8 billion people, I just keep doing my plan. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did homework on the markets, and there's some nasty people out there defaulting on banks, and we'll see how it all plays out. All right, I'm going to get up out of here. Peace.
This is not advice. This is survival.
Yeah. It's not advice. This is survival. Yeah. What? Welcome to Marantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel, take your chance. Knowledge in advance. The system keeps secrets, we bring illumination. You wanna rise, then learn, cause knowledge is flotation. They sell you faith and ticker names, and dreams that burn like hitting flames. Don't follow hype, decode the game. Know the players, call the names. Don't feed the beast that sells you fear. We deal in facts, we make it clear. Education's elevation, that's the truth we engineer. Welcome to Marantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel, take your chance. Knowledge in advance. The systemize the truth, we bring revelation. You wanna float, then learn, cause knowledge is flotation.
Retail rising, breaking through. We study charts, not deja vu. Build foundations, see it through. Float on facts, that's how we do. GME believers, data defenders, truth seekers, not pretenders. Knowledge is the currency that never surrenders. We don't dance for the numbers, we rise through the thunder. Truth in your hands, they can't pull you under.
Welcome to Marantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel, take your stance. It's your chance.
I'm so tired, I almost fell asleep right here in the chair. Swear to God.
Cause knowledge is flotation. Rants, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel, take your chance. Knowledge in advance. The systemize the truth, we bring revelation. You wanna float, then learn, cause knowledge is flotation. This market ain't a market, it's a maze of hidden hands. Synthetic shares, offshore layers, they rebrand. They sell your hope, short your faith, hedge your pain. And write the law, soft taxes in your name.